The last hanging in Globe took place in 1905 when Zachary Booth pronounced his innocence and was dropped from the gallows. The jail was built on the site of the gallows next to the 1906 courthouse. Built of reinforced poured concrete in 1910, was considered state-of-the-art. Originally built for 35 prisoners but routinely exceeded that number. The first floor housed one of 2 tanks for male prisoners as well as the residence of the sheriff and officers for his support staff. Each tank, as it was called, was a concrete and steel room designed with 7 cells, each measuring 8 foot by 6 foot, which housed 2 inmates each for a total of 14 prisoners. An upper and lower bunk made of steel webbing was built into the side of the cell. Originally designed with a toilet and sink in each cell, the jail received poorly system of levers and locks which operate the cell doors, causing a redesign. These came from the old territorial jail in Yuma, which closed just 1 year before. As the territory expanded, 2 more bunks were added in each cell with barely 4 foot of standing room between them. At the end of each tank a common toilet and sink was installed, shared by each of the 28 inmates. Double the number of prisoners originally planned. Heating the cells was by a wood stove in the buffer zone. Several years later steam heat was added. There is no cooling. The second floor housed a second men's tank of 7 cells and the woman's tank. The woman's tank has slightly smaller cells with only 2 bunks each. It was also used for juveniles and the elderly. This floor also included a cell within a cell, separated from all the others, designed for crazy ones and the especially violent prisoners. This cell has some interesting stories. One is that of Kingsley Olds, who was accused of drowning his employer's 2 daughters in 1911. While Olds awaited trial in isolation, he was mysteriously shot and killed through the prison bars in the early morning hours while he slept on his cot. A bullet was fired from a courthouse window into his cell. The case was never solved. From this level a stairway leads you to the 3rd floor, which was one large, concrete dormitory used for trustees and those on work release. The 3rd floor provides access to the catwalk bridge over the alley joining the courthouse and jail. Prisoners were led directly from their cells to the courtroom using this catwalk. The old jail was condemned as being substandard by several federal, state and county groups. The jail served until 1981 when the facility saw its last prisoner.